Hi guys, welcome back to another vlog, and today we are going to house hunt. So I am going to meet you back at the new house that we're looking at, house number 1. I'm going to probably just do each house per video just in case. So this house that we're seeing today is in an area that we're not too familiar with, but it's not too far from where we are now. It is a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom house. It's got a 3-car garage, and I will see you guys back when we get inside. This is the loft. Oh, there's a balcony. Wow.
That's connected to the master bedroom.
Okay, guys, so I'm going to jump right in. This is our first showing we went to yesterday. I have maybe an 11-second clip. Someone met us there, and we just didn't have the time to. Well, first of all, there were 4 adults, plus 5, which was the host, and I just didn't have time. There was too much talking, trying to figure out how fast they wanted to get someone in there, and I just absolutely did not have time to film. Last year when we were house hunting, we were able to do a lot of self showings, so that made it easier for me to film. So when I don't get a chance to film, I usually just come over and show you the home, itself. So these are just photos of the home. So this is the home that we were looking at. It was a 5-bedroom. I think it was 5. It could have been 6. I think she said it was 6 actually. So 6 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, which isn't very much for a 6-bedroom house, but it is what it is. So this one, if you can see from afar on the right-hand side here, there's an opening to like an in-law quarters or a separate quarters. So there is the front entry of the house and then a side quarters, which serves as like a studio situation. However, the studio is connected to the inside of the house. So this is a kind of like a drone shot of the house. This is also where the house is located. It's on the corner. These, I think, were the models actually, but the one on the blue is the one that we were looking at. So these are just the floor plans of the layout of the house. Let's look at this because she was telling, so here's the 2-car garage with a 3rd portion of the garage, which is 10 by 16. Then there's the kitchen. Now the kitchen is extremely small. The dining room is 16 by 13. There is a half bathroom off from the dining room, which I didn't realize that. There's the general room, which is only 14 by 14. Now where we live now is an open concept, which is so much bigger. So what they did, I think, is this area right here where it says 3 through 47, and my apologies on the numbers that are covering that. But what they did was they borrowed from the living room to create a patio, which I don't even know why they did that because that was a mistake in my opinion. But this is the 2nd generation, the highlighted blue here of the studio type thing. 11 by 10, it's hard for me to believe. I don't think that's correct, to be honest, because the rooms that we're in now, I think, are bigger. For sure. So this house, although it looked really big from the outside, it was so weird the way they designed this house. So they took there's a loft that was quite spacious. Outside the loft, there is a balcony, like a deck that connects the master bedroom to the loft. So as you can see, the master bedroom, the owner suites, which is over here, that's 14 by 17. And then there's a huge closet. The walk-in closet is unbelievable. It's almost half of what the room is. It has a full-size bathroom, and then it has a deck as well. So it's almost like a Jack and Jill. So this 14 by 10 is the deck that we looked at on the outside. There's a nice laundry room that is on the 2nd floor. So that's right when you walk up to the loft. Then there's a bedroom. So there's 3 bedrooms that are side by side. There's one that's 11 by 12, which I don't believe that it's that big. I just can't believe that because when we walked in those rooms, they were not big enough to put a queen bed and 2 nightstands. So I think they have that wrong, but that's just me. But if that's what it says, we'll just go with that. So 11 by 12 on the 4th bedroom, 10 by 12 on the 2nd and 3rd bedroom. So this was a 2nd floor. So all the bedrooms except for the owner suite are upstairs. So you have 4 bedrooms upstairs, one bedroom downstairs. So this is sort of an overlay of where it's built. Now, as you can see, it's a new development. So there's a lot of land there, not a lot of greenery and so forth. So this is the area right here where the cursor is, where they built this home. And then this is the corner lot. So this is a corner home. It's one of those things where there were a lot of things that were pros, but the majority were cons, meaning it was just the layout. It was the layout that we were having a really hard time with because the rooms were so small for what we have. We were like, man, I mean, it was just like, God, can we really fit everything between us four adults in this home? I mean, can we really make this work? And it was just, I don't know. I mean, even now when we talked about it, when we were driving home, we were like, you know what I mean? It is an option. So this is the front area of the house. I already showed you the garage. So it appears like a 2-car garage with a drive-in third portion of the garage. So it was considered a 3-car garage. This is sort of a drone, picture of the house, and these are the 2 decks I was telling you about. So they borrowed this bottom space here for the living room. So if they would have just left it, if they would have not cut this out for some kind of a patio and just left the backyard open, then the living room would have been twice the size. And that's something, I don't know why the designers or the builders did that, but that was a really bad situation in my opinion. But it is a nice house and I'm not going to complain. It's only a year old, so it is immaculate inside, but it's just the way it's designed was just really odd. So this is the entire side of the house. This is the side entry. So this is the front door. This is the main entrance. So right when you walk through the column here in the hallway, the to the right is the quarters, the entrance to the quarters, and then you go straight and the kitchen is there, the living room is there, and the dining room is straight ahead where this window is, and this is the opposite side. So if you're standing in the kitchen, this is the column or the hallway entry. This door here to the right goes to the garage, and this door here goes to the in-law, I don't know. This is called a next generation home here where we live. So it's a separate entry completely. So it has a kitchenette, which is really nice, to be honest. I mean, there's a lot of cupboard space there for someone, a small refrigerator with a microwave, which is so nice, for the person that decides to live in that space. Now, if you work at home, this is ideal. However, I just don't understand this layout. I'm just going to tell you right now, because this layout for the main, for this next generation suite, let's go back really quick. Wait, so this is the second floor. This is the first floor. So how big is the quarters? They don't even have, it's 11. They're saying it's 11 by 11 where the kitchenette is. And the next generation bedroom is 11 by 10. It is an extremely small room, you guys. I mean, if you put the bed sideways, they're saying you have a tiny bit of space. My guess would be if you put a queen bed in there, you would not be able to fit 2 nightstands, and that is it. They have in the outline here a bed, 2 nightstands, and a dresser. There's no way you could fit that much in that room. There's just no way. You could get some 19-inch, nightstands, really narrow. You could fit your bed in there, maybe. Not a lot of walkway, and maybe some kind of an entertainment center or something if you were to put the TV on the wall. And then the kitchenette portion is super small as well. This is the kitchenette. So you would walk in on this side, and this is the separate entry, for pans and dishes or whatever. So this is the 11 by 10, and it is so small. God, this thing is small. The bedroom is even smaller. So, splitting it up into 2 rooms isn't so bad if you know how to be really, really minimal. And then this is the laundry room, this door right here. And then you have your full-size bathroom, which is this right here. So there's no tub or anything. It's just a shower and a toilet. And it is a tight fit in there. It's really, really tight. So this is the garage with the third portion of the garage there. This is the living room. It's very narrow. Like I think I mentioned this, but if I didn't, anyway, this is the living room. So it's just odd. The whole entire setup is weird to me. It's just strange. I mean, obviously I'm sure you could make it work, but it's just very, very, very small. I don't even it's like the space that they borrowed to make it be as luxurious as they're trying to sell it was just extremely weird, in my opinion. So the kitchen, they borrowed from the kitchen, which means you don't have a lot of cupboard space at all. There is maybe 1 or 2 cupboards on the other side of this island, but that's it. So there's just no space. I mean, compared to where we are right now, if you guys have seen my house that I live in now, the kitchen goes from this end, from all the way to this wall to this wall. That is what we're used to. So to see this halfway mark with all the things that we own and the size of the pantry that we have now, it's like, what we pay in rent here is the same size as this house right here. And it's like $1,000 less. So I don't understand what they're trying to do with this situation, because they didn't put an island in there, which is odd. They just put the sink in there. I don't know. Anyway, that's what's happening in this, whatever. So they're just taking pictures of the side. It's a nice stove though. I mean, I like the fact that it doesn't have a microwave above the stove. Then there's a tiny little pantry. Oh, it's so small. Um, and I'm just thinking, listen, we have 4 adults. Like we're full blown adults. We all eat. We all grocery shop. We all have our own kitchen stuff. So that's why space is such an important part, because it's so weird, you guys. This is the weirdest house I've ever seen. It is brand new though. It's only a year old. I'm just saying that the floor plan is strange to me. This is the loft with the deck that I showed you from the outside. So this deck connects to the master bedroom, and you can go outside and sit and have coffee and stuff like that. So it's not a bad gig. I mean, it's not bad at all. The behind where the camera is sitting is the beginning of the stairwell. So, you walk up the stairs, and then this is the opening of the loft. And then in through this hallway here, if you see my cursor to the right, is the actual bedrooms. And then this is just a view from the master bedroom. So you can put, and then it's a cul-de-sac. So it just overlooks, obviously you could see a beautiful sunset, but there is no greenery. It's all dry. And that's to be expected with new developments, because most of the time you're out in the boondocks. But this is the opposite side of the deck. So, the loft, like I said. So they do have a little indenture here for a desk, which is nice as well. And it is a very large loft, so it is a nice space loft. I think the loft I have now is also carpeted, so I'm used to that. But when you're talking about this big space that they built for the loft, which could also be used as a family room, right off that is the laundry room. So they did put brand new washer and dryer in here, lots of storage. What I do like about this one is it has a sink. It has a whole basin situation. The one we live at now does not have that. So that is a perk. Okay, so this is the upstairs bedroom 1. So this one is one of the smaller bedrooms. This is 10 by 11, I think it said. So 10 by 11 is pretty small. In apartments, generally it's 12 by 12 or 14 by 14. I think the apartment that my son and I lived in 2022 to 2023 was 14 feet by 14 feet. So you could comfortably fit a queen bed, 2 nightstands, and then on the opposite side, I had in my room 2 double closets, and my son had the master, which had a nice walk-in closet with an attached bathroom. And then mine was a sort of attached bathroom, but it also had like a Jack and Jill entry so that your company could use the same bathroom. So it was kind of set up like 2 master suites, but one of the bathrooms, which was attached to the bedroom I used, was also a public, for your company. So this one is just really small. I mean, for what they want, you guys, this house is $5,000 a month. That's why I'm just like really thinking, like, is what they're offering us worth it? And in addition to that cost, they want other fees like, solar and water, sewer and garbage, lawn care, HOA fees. I mean, it just goes on. And I'm sure that's a standard for anywhere when you're house hunting. But for this to be a brand new build, it's just, you have to make sure that if you're going to pay that kind of price, even if you're splitting it with roommates or whatever situation you have for your living, you have to make sure that it's going to work. So this is the extra bathroom in the hallway where all the bedrooms upstairs are attached. And this is a dual sink with a shower curtain and tub, which I like. And the toilet is next to the tub. So that's a nice little situation there. This is the master bedroom, which is very odd as well. So it's just built weird. Like the walls are slanted. They're not straight, as you can see here on the left side. So it says master bedroom with lots of light and access to the deck, but it's tiny. That's the thing. But you turn around. So this is the opposite side of the master. So this little hallway here goes into the main bathroom of the master suite. And then once you walk into the master suite, it is gorgeous. I mean, it's great. It's white. It's really light, lots of windows, beautiful scenery. What I like about this master is it has 2 separate sinks. I think my mom's bathroom now has separate sinks as well. I like it when they're not connected, but in the middle is like a vanity situation. So you could set up your makeup or whatever. Now, beyond that, on the other side of this bathroom here on the right side, which I'm going to take you through in a second, is the biggest closet you're ever going to see in your life. This closet, you guys, is massive. It is probably bigger than the bedroom itself. So it's a girl's dream, to be honest. I mean, girl, all of us dream of having like a closet like this where you could put your vanity, your shoes, your clothes, I mean, you could pretty much make this a studio if you wanted to. But this thing is ginormous. So That's about it. Now, these photos are to the community clubhouse and so forth because it's a community. So it's not a gated community, but they do have lots of perks and lots of activities, for kids or if you're trying to hang out or if you want to have an event or something. So it has lots of recreational stuff. You can come and hang out in the clubhouse if you want. It's got a big, beautiful pool. Lots of lounge area if you want to lay out. The pool's gorgeous. Look at the sunset there. I mean, it is really immaculate. You can see how big the pool is. There's a big parking lot. The clubhouse is quite large as well. They have a barbecue pit and so on and so forth. So that is what we looked at yesterday. And now let's go ahead and I'll come back on camera. Okay, guys, I am back. So as you could see, sorry for my appearance today, girl. I have just been it's been a long day. I barely got any sleep last night. Probably just anxiety, I think it was. But as you could see, so we went on our first house tour. And unfortunately, I just couldn't show you the whole house. But yeah, I mean, that's our first option. So we're going to be thinking about that. I feel horrible. I had makeup on and everything yesterday, but I just look, I'm starting to gain weight too. I think I've gained about 8 pounds and I'm just not happy. You'll see in today's video, if you haven't already, like I could just see it all over. So I'm going to have to take a different approach. I'm going to have to, actually, you know what? I have some news on the doctor front. So I need to sit down and make a video on that because I wanted to tell you guys I don't know. We're in the middle of 2 medication battles and I'll share it in a separate video. But I haven't picked it up yet, but I probably should. So I will let you know what's going on that side of things. But so this was just house 1. As you could see, I had some other stuff I shared with you in this video. I came home that night and just kind of filmed and, unboxed some stuff and tried to see where it was. As you can see, this is actually a sneak peek. I keep showing my background and I probably shouldn't because I haven't done the official video yet, but you will see it. These vlogs are picking up very, very slow. So I'm not really worried about it because, yeah, I'm just not. I mean, it's a brand new channel and it's not really getting any traction. So I'm not going to worry about it, to be honest. Anyway, yeah, so that's what that was house 1. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry I had to show you mostly photos. There was nothing else I could do. Hopefully in the next couple of houses, I'll be able to film a little bit more. In the bigger houses, for some reason, it seems like they're hosted. So I'll see if I can film, the other houses as we go through and see if the owners are going to let me film. Sometimes I'm getting people that are a little bit fussy, so not to say, I don't think the woman that showed us the house yesterday would have minded so much, but there was so much traction and so much motion in the house with myself, my mom, my kids, going through the house, making sure we had room and all of that. You know what I mean? I was like, gosh, should I break out my camera? And I just didn't feel comfortable, so that's why if I don't get a chance to show you the inside of the house, I'll definitely show you the photos like I am now. And these are just general areas we're looking at. So these are not what we've decided. This home, if it really would have been a serious consideration, I probably wouldn't have showed it, obviously. But because, kind of pretty much when we left, we were like, I don't think that's going to work. So there's that. But we will be looking at a lot of new homes, a lot of established homes. We do find here where we live that the older builds have a little bit more space in them in terms of room, so that's good. Yeah, and then of course I'm going to begin the packing, so that's coming very soon. My room is oh my god, there's just so much to do, and I really need to get with it. I need to get with it with this whole gaining weight thing. I'm getting depressed, to be honest. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. I'm so overwhelmed that I'm just not caring, and I should, because I worked really hard last summer to lose 25-30 pounds. And I can just see it everywhere, and it just really upsets me. So we'll talk about what the doctors talked to me about. And then the next thing will be to maybe go get a consult for my face. I probably am not going to do that though until after we move because we have just so much going on. So, and I want to see if I can just get a little bit of weight off before I go see somebody. Because if that's the case, I don't want to get any kind of cosmetic anything, even fillers or anything. I don't want to get Botox or anything like that and then lose weight and look weird. So we'll see. All right, you guys, that's going to wrap up today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more. There's going to be a ton more. We have 3 houses already that we're supposed to be looking at here probably by the end of the week. Today's only Wednesday. Well, we're midway actually. So, but we saw our first house yesterday, so we're moving steady. We have another showing on Saturday coming this week, which would be the 21st. We might be able to pull off one on Friday, which is just a day and a half from now. So I don't know. It doesn't look like we're coming across any self showings, so that's not going to work. Like, we like self showings because then we can go at the last of the evening. We can be the last showing of the night, and you know, and I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for hanging out. I will see you guys in the next video. I will definitely have more houses to show you. And then once, of course, the house is determined, I will take you in and film the entire empty house tour, let you see everything before we start getting everything in there. We have 2 houses to move from. So I do know there's going to be some furniture that I need to buy and wall art for sure. I know there's going to be a little teeny bit of home decor that I'm going to be buying, but not a ton. We'll see what happens, you know, because wherever we go, I want to make sure and make it a home. And we want to be there for a couple years, girl, because we are so tired of moving. But that is all for today's video. So thank you so much for hanging out. I will see you guys soon. Take care, stay safe, and I will show you the next house in the next video. Take care, you guys. Bye.